Hello, my name is Patrick Jackson. In this presentation, I have a ton of free learning Spanish information for you. This free information is not available anywhere else on the net. And if you watch this presentation from start to finish, I promise you, I will share with you 5 principles that will help you learn Spanish quickly and easily. These 5 principles will also help you to avoid some of the most common mistakes that native English speakers make when learning Spanish. And by avoiding these mistakes, you can save both time and money in your efforts to learn Spanish. I will also tell you about one of the biggest lies or biggest myths about learning Spanish. Knowing about this one lie can make the difference between accomplishing your goal to speak conversational Spanish with confidence and not learning enough Spanish to even hold a conversation with a 4.5-year-old Spanish speaker. As I mentioned, this valuable information is completely free. I've never shared this information before, and I assure you that I will not have this presentation on the net for much longer. So if you really want to know the 5 keys to learning Spanish quickly and easily, and if you want to know some of the most common mistakes that native English speakers make when learning Spanish, then I urge you to watch this presentation in its entirety right now. Who am I? Before I share these 5 principles with you, let me tell you a little bit about myself. As I mentioned, my name is Patrick Jackson. I've spent not just hundreds but thousands of dollars trying to learn Spanish. I bought all the popular Spanish courses that you see advertised. And I didn't just buy the courses like some people. I actually used them. And I used them over and over again. I even tried taking private Spanish lessons. Also took an emerging Spanish course in a Spanish-speaking country. I even dated my Spanish instructor. And no matter how hard I studied, no matter how much I learned, and no matter how happy I was with my progress, as soon as it came time to speak to a Spanish speaker who was not a Spanish instructor and who was not a Spanish-speaking employee in the tourist industry, such as a waiter, hotel clerk, or airline industry employee, I was completely lost. Of course, there were occasions where I understood more than 50% of what a native Spanish speaker was saying to me. But as soon as a person turned to speak to another native Spanish speaker, they might as well have been speaking Greek, Russian, or Japanese, because I understood absolutely nothing of what they were saying to each other. But that was before I discovered these 5 principles that helped me to achieve my goal of speaking Spanish fluently. For the last 4.5 years, I've lived in Medellin, Colombia, la ciudad de la eterna primavera, the city of eternal spring. About 2,400 miles from New York City, the city where I grew up. That's a picture of me on the beautiful Colombian island of San Andres. That's another picture of me at Medellin's La Feria de las Flores, or the Fair of the Flowers. Hey, and who's that handsome guy there? I know he looks just like Will Smith with a shaved head, but it's not. It's me again in Colombia. Now, before I share these 5 principles with you that finally helped me to achieve my goal of speaking Spanish fluently, I want to tell you a little story. By profession, I'm an attorney. I remember my second job out of law school. I'd been at that job for about 3 or 4 years, and I'd been trying to learn Spanish for about 2 years at that time. Struggling to learn Spanish is a better way to put it. It was a very small storefront law firm located in the Bronx, New York. In fact, our firm was so small there were only 2 lawyers. My boss, who was the owner of the firm, and myself. There was a rapidly growing Latino population in that neighborhood, and my boss wanted to attract more Spanish-speaking clients so that he could grow his personal injury law practice. So we hired a bilingual paralegal.